Hello everyone, I'm your hostess with the mostest 8-second gaming, and in today's video we are going to be talking about the Season 19 Legend because there is so much stuff going on, it is absolutely mind-blowing. There's been some leaked abilities, some joke leaks, and even people getting banned for something that might be related to this. So let's break it all down, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what's going on. But just quickly, if you guys are here and looking to take your Apex skill to the next level, then you need to check out the GameLeap website right now. Over there, we have top level coaches, including myself, creating the best, most highly informative guides to make you the best player you could possibly be. We have legend guides, gun guides, VOD reviews, and much more. So click the link in the description, pick yourself up a membership, and start to improve today. But okay, let's jump back into things. And to start things off, we have to talk about who the Season 19 Legend is going to be. And it was actually the Legend that was going to be coming in Season 18, but then they scrapped it and made Revenant Reborn the new Legend. So now in Season 19, we are getting this legend back in, and it is going to be Conduit. And for some people who have been around for a long time, you'll remember that over a year ago, there were 9 different legends leaked. And those legends did include Newcastle, Catalyst, Vantage, Conduit, and a few others. And slowly over time, they have been ticking boxes from those different legends, and now it looks like it is Conduit's time to enter the game. And from everything that we do know, Conduit has some pretty cool abilities, but I don't want you guys to get fooled because there are some fake ones floating around right now. So let's cover the fake abilities first so you guys don't get these confused. So the first up for the fake ones is the passive You're Finished. With this, you can do automatic finishers with her drone, similar to Lifeline's auto res. But while doing this automatic finisher, the drone can be destroyed. It was rumored to have between 75 and 100 HP. But also on top of that, when Conduit dies, her armor can only be swapped by her teammates. And that was actually a pretty interesting part for a lot of people because armor swaps are a very big part of fights. A lot of fights are either won or lost because of lack of armor swaps. So this passive was pretty interesting, but let's move on to the tactical Bad Doctor. With this, you had a throwable drone that drains nearby enemies' health and shields at the same rate of Lifeline's drone healing. The drone can be moved around like Newcastle's mobile shield once deployed, and it had a 6 to 7 meter radius. Now this did seem a little bit overpowered in some ways, because it didn't mention there if it was going to be able to be destroyed or not. With the passive, it did mention that the drone was going to be able to be destroyed, but here it didn't, and that was leading a lot of people to kind of lose their minds. And then moving on to the ultimate, this is Stay Down. It was similar to Crypto's EMP, except it cancels all revives and disables reviving for all people hit by it for 7 to 10 seconds, and it had a 30 meter radius. Now overall, these abilities did seem very situational. It didn't seem like anything was too game breaking, but a lot of people were still pretty worried about these abilities making it into the game because either they were absolutely horrible or they were going to be game breaking. With the tactical being able to drain people as fast as Lifeline's drone, I could see that being an absolute problem if the drone wasn't breakable. But other than that, these abilities didn't really have anything too standoutish for me. But thankfully, Osvaltador did take to Twitter to say that these abilities are not real. These were just jokes, they're just a fake, a hoax, a bamboozle if you would. So he said to remove them from your memory and go on with your day. But if those are the fake abilities, then what are the real abilities that are coming into the game? Well, we don't know the confirmed ones, all we really do know is the leaked ones that we would have to kind of base things off of. So let's start off with the passive Capacitance. With this, Conduit's base health and shield are both 50 instead of 100, but Conduit gradually regenerates shield over time. Now if that sounds familiar, it's basically just Watson's passive, but Conduit had a little bit of an extra step on top of it because she would gain extra regen for each nearby ally. And if one of your teammates did go down and get thirsted, if you grabbed their banners, that would also provide a bonus. Now obviously this one is going to be changed when it does actually make it into the game. We don't know what it is quite yet, but if they give her the exact same thing that Watson has, it's going to cause a lot of controversy. But now we can move into her tactical. This is called Arc Flash. Now this ability is really interesting because you are able to give shields to targeted allies at the cost of some of yours. So you would deal a little bit of damage to yourself in order to siphon that onto your teammate. So if you have something like a Wraith who's an entry fragger who's about to go down, you can quickly give them a little bit of a boost of health to help them win that really close fight. And because Conduit's probably going to be a support character, she's going to be in the backline, she's not going to be in as much of danger as going down, so giving your teammates some health at the cost of yours isn't actually a really big deal. It would have some really cool surprise gotcha moments, and I really think this is a very unique idea, and I hope it does come into the game in some form. But now let's move into her ultimate, Alternating Current. With this, Conduit launches an arc cluster bomb, damaging the shields of people near the blast. but this also heals Conduit shields based on the damage dealt. So you can see that Conduit has a lot of stuff revolving around her shields, and with the name it kind of makes sense. Conduit, electricity, shields, electricity, they fit together. Now these abilities seem like a lot more viable stuff to be coming into the game other than the joke ones. But this also leaves people wondering if those are actually going to be coming into the game, then what are they going to be changing on the passive? Well, there are a few different options that the devs could go down. One being that they just give her a completely brand new passive that we haven't seen yet, which is the most likely one. Or you could go with my personal theory that they are going to be giving her the scrapped legend uplinks passive called Shield Satellite. With this, you release a satellite that follows allies around to regenerate their shields and revive them. If you need help visualizing it, it's basically just Lifeline Drone but for shields. Now for those of you that don't know, Uplink has been scrapped for a while. It has been confirmed he's not going to be coming back to the game. Osvaltador even confirmed that he has been sent to dev hell. So it is possible with Uplink being scrapped and Conduit needing a new passive that they could just Frankenstein these two together. So that is why it is my personal theory and, you know, maybe something that could be happening in the future. But with all of this stuff going on and all of the leaks and data mining, there were some people that were caught in the crossfire. One that I've mentioned a few times through this video, Osvaltador, and another very popular data leaker, Hypermist. Now Hypermist is more known for their skin leaks, I think, because that's really all I see them do. But Osvaltador is more of the data mining for abilities and stuff like that. But Hypermist did take to Twitter to release this statement. Quote, yesterday, September 29th, me and Osvaltador were permabanned from Apex for cheating. The bans have been most likely issued manually at the same time by the developers themselves. Since neither me nor Osvaltador cheated, we really don't know what could have possibly led to us getting banned at the same time even. He then tagged Hideouts and asked, do you have an explanation or anyone we could talk to? Now at the time of me writing this, there is no conclusion to this, so that is why I'm going off of the assumption that this does have to do with their data mining. The devs have gone on record multiple times in the past that they do not like data mining. The devs work really hard in order to build up suspense and release lore throughout the season, and it kind of does ruin the surprise when everybody knows what's already been coming for like 3 months before it even actually makes it to the game. So this might be the way for the devs to push back against the people who've been data mining by banning from the game and trying to restrict whatever access they can to their game. Now, like I said, Hypermist is more skins, stuff like that, but Osvaltador has been really good at predicting a lot of different things. He predicted a bunch of the weapon changes, a bunch of the legend changes, and supposedly he has an inside source at Respawn. So my best guess is that either he or both him and Hypermist are not going to be staying banned for long. And even if Osvaltador didn't have an inside source inside Respawn, I don't think that they would stay banned for long anyway. I think this is more of just a warning shot from Respawn saying, hey, we tried to warn you guys in the past, we've said that we don't like it, cut it out before we take things up to the next level. And Respawn has actually played some pranks on data miners in the past before. All the way back before Revenant came out, there was a legend in the teasers and lore in the files called Forge. Forge was supposed to be coming to the game, everybody was really excited, and then Respawn released a teaser video where Forge is talking about himself in an interview, and then Revenant shows up and kills him. So he was not able to make it into the Apex games, and Revenant took his spot instead, and Revenant was actually the legend that was coming in. So that was probably Respawn's first attempt at telling data miners to cut it out. But after years of them not listening, now this might be them stepping it up a level to get them to actually finally cut it out. But this is where I want to turn to you guys, the community. What do you think about data mining? Should it stay in the game? Should it not? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you guys want to stay up to date with the latest, greatest Apex Legends tips, tricks, and news, don't forget to smash the like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Once again, mate, saying game, and I'll see you guys in the next one.